This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, authorities have now released the identities of the individuals involved in a fatal crash in Steuben on Sunday.
A Maine State Police spokesperson says 18-year-old Chase Atwater of Steuben was driving on the Unionville Road at around 1:30 Sunday afternoon when his vehicle came over a hill and went airborne. The spokesperson says Atwater lost control and hit a large tree on the passenger side. The passenger, who's been identified as 17-year-old Cole Merchant of Sullivan, died at the scene. Atwater was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. The spokesperson says it does appear speed was a factor in this crash. There will be a candlelight vigil to honor Cole Merchant and support his family. As of right now, it's planned for December 17th at 6 p.m. at the gazebo in Sumner Memorial Park in Sullivan.
Meanwhile, police are releasing new details about an incident Sunday that ended in the arrest of one person. It happened at a home in Old Town following a situation that required nearby residents to evacuate and had WVII on high alert. According to Old Town Deputy Police Chief Lee Miller, on Sunday around 2:24 p.m., officers responded to a home on Martha's Way for a report of a man in crisis with a firearm. WVII students received an alert around 4 p.m. notifying them that a man with a gun had barricaded himself at the Regency Trailer Park, advising them to avoid the area. Deputy Chief Miller says after extensive negotiations, police took 20-year-old Rowan Lynch into custody. Police recovered the gun and charged Lynch with aggravated reckless conduct and domestic violence criminal threatening. Lynch is currently being held at the Penobscot County Jail pending his arraignment.
The Hancock County Sheriff's Office budget is getting a big boost from the county as they continue to face staffing shortages. However, there seems to be some contention between the office and the county commissioners. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
The Hancock County Sheriff's Office is receiving a nearly 18% budget increase from $1.9 million to $2.3 million for the upcoming year, which the county hopes will help as state police pull back their patrol coverage throughout the county.
We used to have a 50-50 agreement. And that agreement is now that we do 2/3 and they do 1/3. Very slim pool of people out there getting into law enforcement and applying for law enforcement. You have to obviously have a competitive wage and benefit package.
The sheriff's office says the additional money will primarily be used to increase wages as well as pay for overtime and officer training. Sheriff Kane says more than anything, he needs positions filled.
I did not end up with any new additional personnel in my patrol division or as detectives.
On top of that, he says he is concerned with the state of the Drug Task Force program, which he says is short-staffed due to prior funding cuts.
The budget committee wanted to fund positions in there, but the commissioners cut them. So in this day and age, with the amount of drugs that are on the street, we should have agents down there. We should.
According to the Hancock County Commissioners, there has been no decrease in the level of support for the program, and they remain dedicated to supporting the staffing issues. Commissioner William Clark said in a statement, quote, "For the 2024 budget year, we commissioners have informed the MDEA that if they fund, hire, and train the fourth agent, we will fund the fifth one, provided an officer gets assigned to the task force and is up and fully operational."
We just assure the citizens of Hancock County that we will respond to their complaints in a timely manner, and we will do everything we can with funds that we have.
Grace Blanchard reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Penobscot County Healthcare will be expanding its school-based health centers to 3 Old Town schools on January 24th. Our Doug Banks has that story.
When you have good people who are centered on helping families and kids, that you can't lose.
Thanks to a $700,000 grant from the Health Resources and Services Administration, PCHC will be expanding their school-based health centers to Old Town High School, J.A. Leonard Middle School, and Old Town Elementary School.
The full clinic for Old Town will be located in the elementary school, and then in the middle school and high school, we'll providing mental health only on site.
For middle and high schoolers who seek treatment outside of mental health, transportation will be provided.
families would bring their student down, or we would work with the school to find transportation for that student.
By January, there will be 6 total clinics in the greater Bangor area.
74% of our utilization at school-based health is for mental health services. One of the biggest misconceptions of a school-based health center is we don't take over primary care for students. We work alongside students and families, primary care physicians.
In 2006, Brewer High School was the first school to have this type of clinic, followed by Bangor High School 2 years ago.
As it expands in the district, and I think certainly Old Town will find the same thing, that it's a resource that is needed and can be really helpful to kids and families.
For more information about the clinic's operations, visit pchc.com. In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wreaths Across America made a stop at the State House today. One of the traditions of Wreaths Across America is a ceremony which is held at all 50 state capitals as well as U.S. territories like Puerto Rico and Guam. Those stops happen at exactly noon local time. The events include a prayer and speeches before a wreath-laying ceremony. Wreaths Across America's motto is Remember, Honor, Teach, which organizers say is more important now than ever.
Well, I think it's really important so that people recognize that freedom is not free. And without the sacrifices some of these people have made when they served and have served, and like I said, some of them made the ultimate sacrifice, we need to keep that, remember. And then at the same time, honor those. And let's teach the young today what this is all about so they don't forget.
Important message there. Wreaths Across America started their yearly escort of wreaths this past Sunday in Harrington, and they'll continue to make their journey down Route 1 before reaching Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia to honor fallen service members with their wreath-laying ceremony.
Well, this weekend's storm brought heavy gusts and rain to the state of Maine, impacting everything from businesses to roads. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the latest.
Mother Nature did not hold back in drenching Maine with rain this weekend.
There's been a lot of crashes, especially on Route 3, Route 1A, Route 1. Those are busy roads, and obviously the weather impacts driving conditions.
The National Weather Service in Caribou projects that Penobscot County could get between 3 to 4 inches of rain based on location. The rain that fell brought many challenges, including washed out roads and stranded vehicles. I am in ankle-deep water along what was part of Bald Mountain Road here in Orland. Patrolman Barnes says the best thing to do if you see a road washed out like this is to simply not drive through it.
If you see a road washed out like this, just to stop and make sure that your vehicle can actually make it through or not. Obviously, larger trucks can probably handle the water levels, but smaller cars like we've seen drive through here that are now disabled obviously don't have the clearance to make it through the water.
Ellsworth Police Captain Sean Willey cautions that while generators can also help us with weather storms like this, operating them requires caution.
Don't run your generator inside, keep it away from your house when you're running it, and just make sure you have plenty of food and water on hand so that you can stay put.
Matthew Jaroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Definitely not an ideal weekend, but you know what? There's plenty to do indoors between wrapping presents and trimming a tree if you haven't already.
Right.
Snacks.
Yeah, exactly. It might have, altered the holiday spirit in the air a little bit. All that snow getting wiped away from all that rain, but who knows? There could be more of the white stuff in our forecast as well.
I think there are plenty of us who are hoping that it still will be a white Christmas. And as far as what's happening for the rest of today, well, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast because, it's been a weekend.
It has.
All right, that was a lot, but the advisories are falling off right now. Still up in here is a gale warning, but the winds are dying down now, and the snow and rain are ending as well, and the wind will come down tonight too. All right, across the area now, the winds are gusting on the northwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour, a far cry from earlier today when we had wind gusts near 40 to 50 miles per hour. But temperatures are now crashing very quickly across our region, and that is going to flash freeze everything tonight. So whatever is wet out there now will likely turn turn to ice overnight tonight, and that'll make for lots of slippery spots by tomorrow morning. All right, out there now, lots of partly cloudy skies across our region. There are still a few snow flurries to the west of us. Those will move in our direction tonight, so expect a couple flurries out there. Not a big deal. This event is winding down. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies to partly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up.
All right, so definitely a word of caution
for
tonight and tomorrow.
Be aware of that flash freeze, and who knows how long that could extend, so got to be extra careful.
Indeed.
All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll tell you about ongoing efforts to keep Donald Trump off of Maine's primary election ballot.
And another Republican presidential hopeful sues the Secretary of State's office after they were left off Maine's primary ballot. Those stories and more just ahead.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease an Ioniq 5 for $299 a month, plus get a complimentary EV charger and installation credit. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Whether you're thinking of getting your first tattoo or building onto your collection of skin art,
Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company in Ellsworth provides the safest and most comfortable tattoo and piercing experience.
At Disconnected Tattoo, we'll combine your vision with our art to create something special that will last the test of time.
Don't trust your personal body art to anyone else.
Call Disconnected Tattoo today to schedule your consultation.
Or check out our Facebook page.
Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company in Ellsworth.
What's happening at the Penobscot Ice Arena?
Youth hockey leagues. Public skating. Stick and puck.
Birthday party.
Adult hockey leagues.
Frozen Friday laser light skate.
Lace up your skates today at Penobscot Ice Arena in Brewer. For more info, visit penobscoticearena.org.
At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
Lease an all-wheel drive 2024 Palisade for only $379 a month or get 3.49% APR. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A group of Mainers is trying to get former President Donald Trump removed from the 2024 Maine Republican primary ballot. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with two of the individuals to learn more.
Trump's a traitor, and we shouldn't allow a traitor to run for president of the United States.
Ethan Strimley and Tom Saviello are two former Maine lawmakers that filed a challenge with Secretary of State Shenna Bellows regarding former President Donald Trump's access to the 2024 presidential primary. They're claiming that Trump is disqualified to run for political office due to the 14th Amendment, which states no person can hold public office that is engaged in an insurrection.
And I looked at January 6th and watched that unfold on TV, as many of us did. And anybody who says it's not an insurrection really didn't watch. Hundreds of people were hurt. People died because of that. And Trump was egging them on.
Strimling, a Democrat, and Saviello, a Republican turned independent, both say this is not a partisan issue, but one that is purely about qualifications for office.
Whether somebody commits treason against their country, whether somebody incites an insurrection, and hopefully all of us can agree that whether this person was a progressive, whether they were a centrist, or whether they're an alt-right white supremacist, they ought to not be allowed to run for president of the United States.
I actually I'm waiting. I'm sure I'm going to be criticized by some of the Republicans that are out there, but the ones I know who will tell me that they're quietly glad I did this. I mean, a lot of people don't want Trump. A lot of Republicans don't want Trump.
Their challenge is similar to other challenges being placed in 36 other states and will be heard by Secretary Bellows in a hearing scheduled for Friday morning at 10 a.m. If Secretary Bellows rules in their favor, Trump's name would not appear on the primary ballot in March 2024.
Our hope is that she will stand on the shoulders of Mainers like James Blaine and Joshua Chamberlain and these heroes who helped to draft this amendment, helped to support this amendment back in the mid-1800s. Nobody should be allowed on that ballot who is clearly disqualified for that seat. And Donald Trump is one of those individuals.
We reached out to the Trump campaign and did not immediately receive a response. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, another Republican presidential hopeful is suing Maine's Secretary of State. You can see the Secretary of State's response on your screen shortly. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is suing Secretary of State Shenna Bellows to appeal a decision denying him a spot on the Republican primary ballot as well. According to the Secretary of State, Christie fell more than 1,100 signatures short of the 2,000 signature requirement needed to qualify for the March 5th primary. In an appeal filed last week, Christie says they had submitted more than 3,100 signatures, but that he was denied because of what they say is an administrative procedural requirement. We reached out to the Christie campaign and did not immediately receive a response. You will see the Secretary of State's response right there on your screen. It will also be on our website, foxbangor.com.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a number of historic buildings in Hancock County are in danger of being lost. We'll tell you about efforts to preserve them.
And in sports, Hamden boys hockey is looking for their third straight regional finals appearance. That story coming right up.
Instantly? DraftKings, you spoiling me now. Getting paid in the blink of an eye. NBA legend Allen Iverson hit us with a sports metaphor.
This instant offer is kind of like my crossover. Just place your bet, and it's money.
Oh, he did.
Score 2 great NBA offers. Bet $5 to get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, no sweat same-game parlays every day. The crown is yours.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Happy holidays from Color Concepts in Bangor, your local decorating headquarters. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all our friends, customers, and everyone from McCusick Petroleum. Happy Holidays from Eli Rack, Knick Knack and Tack. Visit us with all your gift giving. Something for everyone.
The best value for your money is only at the Furniture Gallery. And as the end of year approaches, it's time for our end of year blowout sale, where you can save up to 70% off brand name mattresses and furniture. At the Furniture Gallery, we're slashing prices like never before. Quantities are limited and they won't last long, so hurry in and save big. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase those special items you've been looking for all year. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start with some hockey. The season getting underway last week for boys high school hockey teams across the state. And for Hamden Academy, they are looking for another run in Class B North. The Broncos finished as the 4 seed last year, but knocked off Camden Hills in a rematch of the 2022 Northern Finals. And then they upset top seed John Babs to win another trip to the championship game. They would fall to Messalonsky in that regional final, but the Broncos have a ton of returning talent. They've got a lot of experience together, too, and that goes a long way.
Well, I think teamwork, having a lot of friends that we've all grown up with each other. I think we all started playing together when we were like 8 years old. So having that chemistry and, being positive and like hanging out with each other outside of school, that helps out a lot with us.
Our chemistry is there just because we know each other. We've been playing each other forever. So that's a really big part of it, is just we can talk to each other. We can elevate our games based off of each other, and we just make each other better by competing every day.
Come out and practice, we battle with each other, that way we can go to war for each other in the games. Having chemistry is huge because sometimes you don't always have time to look up, see where the other guys are. So being able to know where they're going to be without having to look is always good.
Now, it's never easy to get to 3 straight regional finals, and they know that, but they've had some success these past few seasons, so they know what works, and if they want to get back to that game, they'll just have to play the hits.
Some strengths is definitely be our passing and speed. But we, as a team, we've been playing with each other so far, and we just need to play together. We need to keep the energy up.
Again, just working together, we move the puck really well. Again, we're like a family, and we've all been playing together for super long, and I think that's going to show again this year.
All right, wishing them the best of luck. Let's stay on the ice now. And in Orono, after a 2-win week for the University of Maine, Victor Ostman has been named Hockey East's Goalie of the Week. Ostman and the Black Bears grabbed a 3-1 road victory over Union College on Wednesday, with Victor stopping 22 of 23 shots on goal. And on Saturday in Portland, Ostman stopped 29 shots in a 3-2 win over Bentley. It's his 3rd Goaltender of the Week award this season. All right, moving on to some football now. Patrick Mahomes and the reeling Kansas City Chiefs, who have lost 4 of their last 6, will visit Gillette Stadium on Sunday for a 1 o'clock kickoff against Bailey Zappi and the Patriots. Despite coming off of their first win in over a month, the Patriots have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. With a 3-10 record, that should not come as a shocker to anyone. However, it is the earliest the Pats have been eliminated since 2000, which was Bill Belichick's first year as head coach. And despite all of the conversations about his job safety, it seems like Belichick still has the confidence of his guys.
He's done such a good job for this organization, this team, for so long. So I'm someone who has not lost sight of what Coach Belichick has meant to this organization, to this league. Certainly haven't lost sight of his accomplishments, and nor soon will I. So.
All right, that's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, let's start here. After a widespread 1 to 4 inch rainfall and some wind and some snow, the advisories are finally dropping out there now after a big event across our region. A quiet stretch of weather is on the way for tomorrow and also probably for Wednesday and for Thursday and Friday. But overall, below freezing temperatures tonight. That's going to flash freeze everything. The wind dies down as well, and then plenty of sunshine really for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. Okay, the winds out there now in the northwest, gusting near 10 to 15 miles per hour, a far cry from earlier when we had wind gusts near 25 to 40 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. These will die down tonight, but they're ushering in some much cooler temperatures across our area now, so we're going to flash freeze everything tonight. So whatever is wet out there now is going to freeze this evening and make for slippery spots by tomorrow morning. So be careful driving, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Roads are not treated yet. We'll likely get those flash freezing events across our area, and falls like this will be common tomorrow morning, so please be careful. That ice will be a thing across our area tomorrow after our widespread 1 to 4 inch rainfall across the region is going to freeze overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Okay, out there now though, some clear skies are working into the region as we speak, and that will give us those cool temperatures tonight. A cold front has gone through. There still could be a couple light snow flurries in here. They will not be a big deal. The big deal is pulling well off to the east of us now. Behind it though, much cooler, drier air flooding in, and that will give us a very nice but cooler cooler day for us tomorrow. And overall, the trend here is going to keep us dry for several days, probably into the weekend and beyond, as the storm track is now shifted. There's a system here traveling to our south, this one too up here by Alaska, but overall, we have a dry stretch of weather on the way for us. So tonight, no issues at all, except for the cool temperatures. Tomorrow, we'll call it partly cloudy throughout the afternoon. Some increasing clouds tomorrow night. A front's going to be in the area tomorrow evening. That could give us a couple of flurries late tomorrow night. That won't be a big deal at all. That's going to push through early Wednesday morning. And then behind that, cooler air floods in once again. So overall, a dry stretch of weather on the way with up and down temperatures on the way as well. Our forecast ends tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and still breezy out there. That west wind could gust near 25, making that 22 feel much cooler throughout the afternoon. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, high temperatures near 35 or so, with a south wind dying down throughout the afternoon, around 5 to 10 tomorrow. All right, going ahead, though, your 5-day forecast shows the story. So 35 tomorrow, Wednesday 38, Thursday cooler, 30 again. But then look what happens here, Friday 42. And we're going to hang out in the 40s, probably Saturday into Sunday, with lows in the 20s.
All right, Jeff, thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Hello, fellow flyers. I'm the Savvy Traveler, here to share the secrets of convenience at Bangor International Airport. Parking, you're steps away from the terminal. Inside, even more conveniences. And friendly, efficient security. All of these make BGR the official airport of you. Remember, the Savvy Travel through Bangor International Airport. FlyBangor.com.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Football fans, with the Caesars Sportsbook app, you can be in the game all the time. Seeking instant action? Quick Picks offers you the most popular games and markets, already built for you and ready to bet. Experience the thrill when you stack your bets to create a super parlay. Build bets for your favorite teams and players across multiple games. This season, don't just watch the game. Download Caesars Sportsbook and experience the game like never before.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're gonna need a bigger tree.
You could get a stylish all-wheel drive Camry with $1,000 financing cash. Toyota, let's go places.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
Finally tonight, many of Maine's historic buildings are unfortunately falling into disrepair. Maine Preservation releases a new list of the most endangered historic places in Maine each year, and 3 of the 7 on this year's list happen to be located in Hancock County. Our Jody Hersey has more.
The house was built in 2 stages in 1796 and 1814. Fisher built it himself.
Brad Emerson is referring to the Jonathan Fisher House in Blue Hill. This 2-story home was handcrafted by Harvard graduate Jonathan Fisher, Blue Hill's first congregational minister.
There are very few houses as well documented. You know, we know what days he bought the nails, the day he blew out the foundation the day friends came and helped him raise the frame.
This historic home has not been occupied since 1915 when the 2 remaining grandchildren moved to Missouri. However, it remained in the family until the 1950s. Due to rot and deterioration, this 207-year-old home is one of 3 Hancock County locations to make it onto Maine Preservation's 2023 list of most endangered historic places. Demanda's Bowling Alley in Ellsworth is another place on the list.
So the actual pin setters out back are the oldest known to be around, so they're from 1949.
Autumn Mowry used to be a lane mechanic at the Candlepin Bowling Alley. Now she is the sole owner.
The first and only goal of me taking over was to save it.
The Winter Harbor Historical Society Museum is another site in Hancock County making the list. The building is a former schoolhouse that was deeded to the Historical Society for Preservation in 1976. Now its uneven floors, structural flaws, and other necessary repairs could cost around $400,000 to bring it back to its glory. To see the other locations on the 2023 list of Maine's most endangered historic places, log on to mainepreservation.org. In Blue Hill, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Alrighty, well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC 7, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.